In the cradle of Kievan Rus, where the Dnieper River cleaved the land like a shimmering blade, legends swirled like smoke from a winter hearth. They spoke of the Bogatyri, warriors forged in the fires of myth, their names whispered with reverence and a hint of unease. Unlike the gilded knights of the West, these heroes bled the red blood of the common man and the nobility alike. Dobrynya Nikitich, his name a chilling counterpoint to his boyish good looks, was Prince Vladimir's most prized advisor. Yet a darkness clung to him like a shadow. His swordsmanship, unmatched in all of Rus, was born not just from years of grueling practice, but from whispers of duels fought in twilight realms against beings with eyes like burning embers. His diplomatic prowess, a labyrinthine dance of words, fueled rumors of pacts struck with sly, otherworldly creatures, their motives as opaque as a moonless night. Was he a champion or a puppet, a hero dancing to an unseen tune? The question simmered in the opulent halls of Vladimir's court, a constant, unsettling undercurrent. Then there was Ilya Muromets. A peasant from the village of Murom, his legend was etched not in glittering armor, but in the gnarled hands that once lay limp at his sides. For 30 years, a cruel fate bound him to a simple bed, his dreams filled with battles he could not fight. Then, on a day marked by an unnatural stillness in the air, 3 elders materialized before him, their faces weathered maps of time itself. They spoke in riddles, their words igniting a spark within him. As if touched by a divine hand, Ilya rose, his muscles crackling with a power that defied explanation. His path led him, inexorably, to the gates of Kiev. There, his raw strength honed into an instrument of war, and his unyielding righteousness became a beacon against the encroaching darkness. Yet whispers followed him too of forgotten encounters deep within the ancient forests, with beings who bestowed upon him a strength that bordered on the monstrous, and a destiny intertwined with the very fate of Kievan Rus. Was this a gift or a curse? The answer hung heavy in the air, a chilling counterpoint to the thunder of his warhammer. These were but the first threads in a tapestry woven with heroes both familiar and obscure. Alyosha Popovich, young and impetuous, his bravery fueled by a reckless hunger for glory. Svyatogor, a relic of a forgotten age, his very presence a tremor in the earth. Each possessed their own strengths, their own burdens, their own secrets whispered on the wind. Their purpose? To stand as an unyielding bulwark against the encroaching horrors. From the frozen plains of the north, where monstrous creatures stirred in the permafrost, their howls echoing across the desolate landscape, to the treacherous steppes of the east, where nomadic hordes, their eyes glinting with avarice, dreamt of plundering the rich cities of Rus, the Bogatyri ventured forth. One such venture found Dobrynya venturing into the whispering woods beyond the Pale. His mission to retrieve a fabled artifact, the Shield of Vels, said to possess the power to turn back any darkness. The forest, a labyrinth of ancient oaks and gnarled roots, seemed to twist and contort with every step. An unnatural stillness pressed in, broken only by the unsettling chirping of unseen birds. Finally, he reached a clearing bathed in an unnatural twilight. A lone, skeletal figure awaited him, its eyes burning with an unholy light. It spoke in a voice that scraped against his sanity, offering the shield in exchange for a single drop of Dobrynya's blood. A terrifying bargain, a glimpse into the darkness that lurked just beyond the veil. Would he succumb to the creature's demands, forever staining his soul, or would he find another way? A path that wouldn't compromise his honor. Meanwhile, Ilya found himself face to face with a colossal serpent, its scales shimmering like obsidian in the pale moonlight. This was no ordinary beast, its eyes held an intelligence that sent shivers down Ilya's spine. The serpent spoke, weaving a tale of betrayal, of a hidden power struggle within the celestial realms, of the Bogatyri being mere pawns in a cosmic game. Was this truth, or a cunning ploy to sow discord? Ilya, ever the champion of truth, felt the weight of doubt gnawed his resolve. Could he continue to fight for a cause that might be a lie? Back in Kiev, a shadow fell upon the city. Alyosha Popovich, ever the braggart, disappeared while investigating rumors of a hidden cult worshipping dark gods. Whispers turned to screams as monstrous figures, summoned by the cult, rampaged through the streets. Fear, a writhing serpent, coiled around the hearts of the people. Was this the true test of the Bogatyri? Were they to fight not just external foes, but the creeping tendrils of doubt that threatened to unravel the very fabric of Kievan Rus? Hope, however, flickered like a lone candle in the gathering darkness. News arrived. Dobrynya, battered but unbroken, had emerged from the whispering woods. He had not taken the shield of Vels, but he had gained something far more valuable: knowledge. Knowledge of the creature's true motives, knowledge of the hidden machinations at play. With this newfound wisdom, a plan, desperate but daring, began to take shape. Meanwhile, deep within a forgotten crypt beneath the city, Alyosha found himself captive. The cultists, their eyes burning with fanatic zeal, prepared a ritual to unleash an entity so terrible it would consume the world. Alyosha, ever the resourceful rogue, used his cunning to sow discord among the cultists. He whispered tales of rival gods, of ambitions greater than their own. The once unified group fractured, suspicion poisoning their ranks. In the ensuing chaos, Alyosha, with a well-placed dagger and a surge of adrenaline, managed to escape, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. As dawn painted the sky with streaks of rose and gold, the Bogatyri, battered but resolute, stood united before the city gates. Dobrynya, wielding a weapon imbued with the power of sunlight, a weapon he had bartered for with a creature residing in a realm beyond human comprehension, led the charge. Ilya, a storm of righteous fury, cleared a path with his bare hands. Alyosha, his bravado masking a tremor of fear, weaved through the fray, his arrows finding their mark. The battle raged. The monstrous entities summoned by the cultists writhed and roared, their forms defying description. But the Bogatyri fought with the desperation of men defending their home, their loved ones. Dobrynya's weapon, a blinding beacon in the fray, cleaved through the darkness. Ilya's strength, a force of nature, sent shockwaves through the enemy ranks. Alyosha, his fear momentarily forgotten, became a whirlwind of death. Slowly, but undeniably, the tide began to turn. The cultists, their faith fractured by Alyosha's deception, faltered. The monstrous entities, weakened by Dobrynya's celestial blade, wavered. With a final, earth-shattering roar, the last creature dissolved into nothingness, leaving behind an echoing silence. The Bogatyri emerged victorious, but at a cost. Wounds, both physical and emotional, marred their bodies and spirits. Yet, as they surveyed the devastation and the faces of the terrified citizens, they knew their duty was far from over. The darkness, they realized, was not a singular entity, but a creeping sickness that threatened to consume all. Their victory was but a single chapter in a saga that stretched far beyond their comprehension. Who were the true players in this cosmic game? What forces manipulated them from the shadows? And most importantly, could they, the Bogatyri, mere mortals touched by destiny, continue to defy the inevitable and safeguard the fragile peace of Kievan Rus? The answer, dear listener, remains shrouded in the mists of time. But one thing is certain: the legend of the Bogatyri, the saga of their struggles and sacrifices, will continue to be whispered by flickering firelight, a testament to the enduring human spirit in the face of the ever-present darkness.